Good morning, everybody. This is Dr. Herbert Harris. And it is Fantastic Friday. Hey, Sade, how are you today? Quentin, thank you for joining us today. Cherise, great. Thanks for joining us today. Let's see, I get my camera going here. Let's see, it's doing good things. And those of you on Instagram and those of you on YouTube. Hey, folks, today is going to be an interesting day because as we begin to close out this year, I've had a number of people reaching out to us. There are some study groups beginning to develop around the 12 universal laws of success. And what is happening is that we're now starting in, this is really the 8th month. We really have 5 months left in August. And folks are looking toward the end of the year and assessing where they are right now and saying, you know what, I better step up my game. What do I have to do to get the things done that I said I wanted to accomplish this year? And that's a powerful piece, folks, because if you don't do what you set out to do, if you don't make the changes right now, at the end of this year, you can be very disappointed. You know, the funny thing about doing this kind of work is that it's one on a daily basis, that you accomplish your goals, not on how diligently you write your plans, which is very true. Not on how clear your goals are, which is very true. But you determine you succeed or fail to create the life you desire this year by what you do each day. In fact, by what you do each moment of each day. And that's what I want to talk about today, because so many of us at the end of the day, we'll look at a list of things that we had to do. And wow, we go, man, I didn't get this done. I didn't get that done. And your dreams can slip away. When you go to the beach and you pick up a handful of sand, if you just stand there and look at it, the wind will eventually blow every grain away. It will just slide through the cracks in your fingers. And it's the same with life. If we don't really look at what we are doing and do it in the most effective manner, then what will happen is at the end of the day, we won't accomplish the things we want to do. And the news is this, I don't know whether it's good or bad, but if you don't accomplish your daily goals, you will not accomplish your weekly goals. If you do not accomplish your weekly goals, you will not accomplish your monthly goals. And if you do not accomplish your monthly goals, you will not accomplish your 1-year goal. Dr. Yusuf Salam, thanks for joining us today. So we're going to talk this morning about what you can do now. The key or the operative word is now, what you can do now to close out this year strong and to make each day count. It said, it's not the moments, someone once said, it's not the moments you live, but it's the moments of life you put into each moment. And so let's just look at this. We're kind of focusing on chapter 7, the universal law of action, and pages 136 through 140. And there we're talking about making a success plan. And we've been through that before, but I'll just quickly hit some points. Number one, if right now you don't have a daily planner, if you don't have a book, a calendar that you're operating by, you need to run out, stop what you're doing and go get one right now. You have to operate by the book. If you don't have your goals written, if you don't have the things that you want to be doing, have written down, and I mean written down concisely so that you can see it, you can feel it, you can taste it, do that right away. But then start into the operational part. And the operational part consists of a number of points. To be committed, to do whatever it takes for as long as it takes to accomplish your goals. To be committed to live in day-tight compartments. And this is what I mean. At the end of each night, now what I do now, I used to do my day tomorrow late at the night. At 11 o'clock at night before I go to bed, I used to make my list of things to do the next day. I found that was not as effective. And so if you want to change everything, once you have your goals, once you have we talking about your SMART goals, specific, measurable, set in advance, realistic, cover a certain time period. So right now, the time period is roughly 5 months, less than 5 months. And so once you have that, then each night, before you get tired and sleepy, make a list. Well, first, draw a little picture. Get a picture in your mind of where you would like to be tomorrow at the same time. Project your life ahead 24 hours. So example, now, today is Friday, fantastic Friday. Now I know that tomorrow night this time, tomorrow morning this time, 24 hours ahead, I will be doing our success mentorship class. I will have completed my list of things to do for Saturday. I will have closed out my week with my business, my LifeVantage, my anti-aging business. I will have completed, I'm speaking Sunday at a church. The way that I like to do, I will have completed my talk for the church on Sunday. I'll have a list of things that I would like to have done by tomorrow this time. So if you're doing it at night, project your life ahead to 24 hours. And it's important that you do that. You see, when you create that image in your mind of where you would like to be and how you would like to feel at the 24 hours from the night, it creates a vibration now that begins to put the law of attraction to work to make it happen. And so once you made that list, go to sleep. And when you go to sleep, let your last thoughts be about how you're going to feel tomorrow. See how it is when you have completed the things you said you must accomplish that day. That puts your subconscious mind to work for you. And so literally while you're sleeping, your mind is working to bring about the things that you want to do, the things that you want to be, the things that you want to have. The interesting thing about doing that is that when you wake up in the morning, you're ready to roll. You already have a list of things to do. If you do not have your daily list laid out the night before, then when you wake up in the morning, you're going to lose a couple of hours figuring out what you want to do that day. And it's interesting. It sort of violates the law of planning. It's almost like flying by the seat of your pants. Because trust me, if you don't have your plans laid out for each day, the day will take you up and just spin you around. The day is going to happen. The end of the day is going to come, and whether it brings you what you desire or not depends on the actions you take during that day. So in the morning, and one, have a set time that you get up. You know, I use my phone, but I always wake up a half hour before my phone alarm goes off. So wake up at the same time each day. When you wake up, sit on the side of your bed or stand up and take some deep breaths to help you create the presence, to help you create that state of mind now to go out and take the day. You notice what happens when a team, I was watching a football game last night, and before the game, the team huddles and they get together and they do whatever their fight words are. You do the same thing. You get up in the morning. My ritual, get up in the morning, look in the mirror and say, today is a great day for living, for sharing, for being alive. Today is a magnificent day to accomplish my goals. Today is my day for success. Do your affirmations. Program yourself for how you want yourself to function during that day. Life is really a game, a big sport. It's just that at the end of the day, you pay with your life. Your score is living or dying, okay? Living an abundant life or living a life that sucks. So once you programmed your day to start, you take your list and have the list right there. Go over that list first thing, as soon as you clear yourself up and brush your teeth. And look at your list, review your entire list and see it in your mind. And as you lay out your list, by the way, the night before, it's not enough just to write the list down, but you must schedule the time that each activity must be done. So 8 o'clock, I do our broadcast. 8:30, believe it or not, I practice my vocal. I have a vocal coach. I'm going to sing one day, folks, real soon. I've written music for years, and the song that you hear, The Time to Love, that's me. But I wanted to become a better singer, and so I have a vocal coach. So 8:30 to 9, I practice my vocal. 9 o'clock to 9:30, I do my morning meditation. 9:30 to 10:15 is breakfast, family time. 10:15, I'm back at my desk. And from 10:15 to 12, I have the list of things that must be accomplished at that time and the schedule of when they must be done. This is the key. You see, if you don't schedule it, you probably won't do it. Someone once said, well, why do people show up at church every Sunday at the same time? Because it's on their schedule. And so your life, in order to extract from your life what is necessary to create the life of your dreams, you must have a schedule of when the important things that have to be done are to be done each day. And hold your feet to the fire. Sometimes not. Yesterday, my daughter called and she was excited and we talked for about 45 minutes. Now that was not on my schedule. And so when you lay out your schedule for today, leave some blocks. So for example, my schedule sheet. I have a schedule sheet. I know it's hard to see it, but let's see. You see where it says daily schedule sheet. And so each time, so I have my 7 to 9, 10 to 12, 1 to 3, 4 to 6. And what that does, I leave hours, leave some time for unexpected stuff. And so that way, when something comes up unexpected, you don't move the whole schedule. You go to the next thing that was scheduled for that day. So if I was supposed to do something between 10:15 and 11 o'clock in the morning, and I spent that time talking with my daughter, I don't now push everything back. I go to what I was supposed to do at 11. And then flip back and catch up with the other thing. Sometimes the sequencing may not be possible, but the main thing is whenever you miss a step on your schedule, yes, Quentin says, yeah, butter blocks of time. You got it, Quentin. That's it. Like little pads of butter. And so that when you miss something on your schedule, we can pick it up at a later time because you've planned in there for, you might say, unexpected events. As things come up during the day, and they will, the guiding question is always, what is the best use of my time right now? When I consider my goals, my vision, and my purpose, what is the best use of my time right now when I consider the list of the things I have to do today and the schedule of when these things must be done? And you see, as long as you use that as your frame of reference, anything that throws you off a little bit, you can always get back on track. It's almost like being a GPS, having a GPS. You know, when you go off track, it tells you turn left, turn right, make a U-turn. And so when you have that schedule of activities laid out before you each day, whenever interruptions happen or things happen, that list pulls you back on track. Work down your list, constantly referring to it. Have a portion during that day to read your goals. And every goals book tells you to read your goals 3 times a day. So schedule that in, regular times. 3 p.m. is one of my favorite goal reading times. The afternoon, because then I've seen what I can accomplish that day, and I'm looking at what I can do to make the day even more resourceful and more productive. At the end of the day, that list of things that you have to do, having it squarely and referring to it constantly. And as you do things, cross them off. Sometimes you may need to make notes on your list, make notes. So that now the critical thing at the end of the day, before you set your goals for the next day, to do an assessment. We talk about this idea on page 137. We talk about Monitor your progress. 138. Monitor your progress. Monitor your efforts closely. Evaluate your results and make adjustments. And so at the end of the day, you look at your list of things that you were supposed to do, the ones that you've crossed off. Hey, Colette. Miss Arthur. Colette Boston, thanks for joining us. Great talk show host. So when you make that list, when you do your monitor your progress, you cross off those things that you didn't do, that you did, and you look at what's left. You're really perking when at the end of the day, your list is completely done. That's a sign that you can do more. If you're doing everything on your list, then you're not stretching hard enough. But when you monitor your progress now, you can look at the things that you did and the things that you did not do, and then reprioritize. You see, the priority question, what is the best use of my time right now, is like your GPS, your success GPS functioning in real time. Once you laid out and monitored your progress, now you make your list for the next day. You see how this works? And so when you look at today, like some days, things just go awry. I mean, there are days when things interrupt that could not be helped. We had a severe, internet outage for about 3 hours. For 3 hours, you couldn't get anything. Even the phone thing was having problems. So how do you compensate for that? That's one of those things that, an external thing. Now, when things like that happen, you switch up and do the next important thing on your list. But when you monitor your progress, you now see what you did or did not accomplish, and now you can make a new list. And see, the reason that you have to do this on a continuous basis, if you have things that you were supposed to do, yes, Sade says you got to pivot. You got to pivot. Let me make this left here. I didn't go there. Let me go here. And so the key thing is at the end of your day, when you look at the things you did not do and the things you did do, and you make you readjust, you establish some new priorities. And the point is that if you don't monitor your list every day, then things you did not accomplish, let's just say on day 3, if you don't incorporate them into day 4, they can be lost forever. And that's how we get at the end of the day, or at the end of the month, and go like, wow, where'd the month go? Oh, wow, where'd the week go? The day is your opportunity to change your life. Everything that you desire takes place today. You're either executing it, or planting a seed for it. That went down the wrong way. So let's wrap up this morning. Number 1, thanks for being with us for Fantastic Friday. Number 2, get the most out of each day by number 1, writing out, well, number 1, having your goals clearly laid out, written, that you can refer to 2 or 3 times a day. Number 2, at the end of each day, to assess what you've done that day and to make a list of things to be done the next day and schedule the times when those things must be done. To leave some time, some flexibility for the unexpected. Go to sleep programming yourself to complete the next day with a vision of how your day is going to be like if you do everything you say you want to do. Get up in the morning and give yourself your daily affirmations. Our affirmations to live by poster, perfect for that. In the book, there's a listing of affirmations in the chapter on command. Today is a great day for living, sharing, and being alive. Today I go forth with a positive attitude. Today I go forth with a money-making attitude. You know, you program yourself for success. And then throughout the day, you do the things that you set out to do at the time you set out to do them. Constantly referring to your daily action plan, so that at the end of the day, when you monitor your progress, everything on your list was done. Anything that has not been done will be merged in with the next day's activities, and you'll be able to say, today, I did everything I could with what I have to do it with, so that tomorrow will be exactly the way I want it to be. Wow. Thank you so much, Colette. Monitoring prevents unnecessary mistakes. Absolutely. You can make adjustments. So, folks, once again, this has been Dr. Herbert Harris, working from our book, The 12 Universal Laws of Success. We have so many things going on now for this last part of the year. Be sure to go to our website. Go to www.herbertharris.info. That'll take you to our link tree so that you can see the books we have available, the courses, the home study courses, the things that we're doing. Most of all, complete our contact information so that we can keep you looped in with a lot of the good stuff going on, being a part of the new book, being a part of the new course, being a part of creating the life of your dreams so that you can be what you want to be, do what you want to do, and have whatever you want to have, always knowing that the best is yet to come. Please share this broadcast. Please like it. Please share it with at least 3 other people. Please make some comments and share how your life is going, how you're using these principles to transform your life into exactly what you want it to be. And so it is.